Alright, everybody, welcome. So, I needed to make a poster for my wall, one of the walls of my room, rental room, and I was like, well, it's the living room, so I thought, like, why not go for something that does fit in the room itself as well? So, I already have a wall that is actually lemon like this, so that's already good. I also have old wood on one of the other walls. And then I have a window that is pure white. So I wanted to create something relaxing and looking nicely. Um, so I went with the idea of an Eastern drawing. And right now it's not yet fully Eastern, definitely not. It's not even looking reliable as it. So like, you have this kind of drawing with the riverway, the waterfalls, and all the trees with all the stuff near it. And what I want to do is actually create something more like that, but then in the way of how to create it. So there's going to be like a scenario here. It's going to be like a painting. That's going to be the wall itself. So that's the main idea of it all. And no further ado, let's get started, shall we? So as you can see, the painting itself, it looks quite nice. Honestly, it's one of the more better ones that I was able to make, because as you can see, this is like that, and then if I go to the rock right here, there is a rock. Yeah, there's one rock here and then one rock there, so it's all the same thing. And what I want to do is actually create some more benefits. So I wanted to create a landscape that and does create a feeling. I believe this landscape, yeah, is more cloud-like, and what I want to do is actually not make it cloud-like. I want to make more sand-like. Sadly, that does require me to do some stuff here and there, but yeah, it should be fine, especially if I just move around. So what we're going to be focusing here is going to be making one more rock over here in this area near the tree. So we're going to make another rock. And then after that, we are going to be filling another rock there, and then we're going to be moving upwards towards the location I want to make. So what I want to do after that is get this river that you can see. It's a little bit too hard. Probably, yeah, it's a little bit too hard on the edges. What I want to do is actually create a more like a sandy kind of approach. So more, yeah, it all will be explained later on, probably. And today I also made sure that I did the grouping correctly. So tree number 1, tree number 2, and then the rest of the stuff. So what I want to do now is actually create. No, this is still need to be there, yeah. So what I want to do is create a rock. So I'm going to create this bit here. And now we're going to look for the right brush, which is going to be this one right here. This one right here needs to be there, and then just go upwards towards it. And it should be it. Need to move it a bit up, because we need to technically make it sure that it does not. Yeah. This I want to do. So like this. Go upwards, downwards. Yes, like that. That's a good one. Of course, it doesn't need to be everything the same. It's just need to be making sure that I do the rocks correctly. And then after that, you can already see that this is a brush that doesn't fill everything properly up, which is the main downside of this brush. It's like with the old-fashioned tool that we normally use for the moth that actually causes a lot of issues. Luckily, it doesn't do anything properly. So just move this one. There you go. Yes, I actually do. Nobody. It's the stream. It's the RF. Double check. Yes. All right. The mute button is off. Always lovely to have a live stream, right? Well, it would not be more or less problematic later on. So yeah. As I said before, now we need to make sure that we have the right things done. So we need this, and then we need to now make no longer lines. We need to also get this one up and running. So now we are having this one, yeah. So tick lines like so. What I'm doing here is actually creating the line a bit. Then I also want some more darker lines like this. Give it more of a feeling towards what the rock needs to be doing. So and then we need to also move onwards towards the other one. And the more we do this, the better it gets, so no need to worry here. We're shaping in the rock. Of course, it does not fully. It's of course not just a lot. It's just a lot. It's more like a painting now than a drawing, technically, because you're doing the way of the rock. The way of the what is it called anyway? I have no clue, and I don't know what to say. So let's see. So if I now get this bit, there you go. That should be it. So this should be fine. And now if we now have that, we can now also add in the brush that I need to do as well, because we have multiple brushes here that needs to be done. This one right here needs to be done, and then we need to grab, first we need to grab the darker color, the darker yellow. Alright, so that is what. Then we need to move upwards to a lighter color, which needs to be infused with it. And that should represent the moss-like appearance on the rock itself. Now we need to move. Now we need to move this bit right here. We need to move it upwards. So I'm gonna cut this, then move it itself. Move it like this, and then move it just casually there. Yeah, there you go. Deselect it. So what I'm doing right now is actually creating the idea of the grass and the moss itself. I believe the grass and the moss itself on the other one is 1 bit. No, the grass is 1 bit. All right, so we can just move on from here. Put the grass there. So we're gonna put another grass effect on the other side. We don't want this to be. Well, we can merge it after that, but we do not want to get the grass intertwined with the other one. And yes, this time I will do it correctly. This time I will not have like a 1 hour. This time I will not have the same result as the other one. Let's see where it is. It's a Drawfest tree, yes. It's a Drawfest tree. I am certain of it. Ooh, did I do something wrong? I did something wrong. Butters. God damn it. Why is it always God, no. Don't upload the image. God. Don't say that you're going to be uploading everything from this, right? Oh, you're loading in the right one. Huh. Lovely. Oh boy. First things first, I need to save this just to be on this side. And then we need to, then I will show you what I mean. So with the other one that I did, with the draw frost with the light problem PNG, yes, it's a pain in the ass to do. It had this little issue with the grass. This grass looks very lovely, and I did combine it with the line art with the cartoonish style, which was not a bad idea. It was just not the right way to do it. If I would have done it the other way around and just kept with the original style that I went with, it could have been better probably than right now. What the end result is like. So if I now look at the other one. Hold on, this takes a long time removing 5 point. Yeah, there you go. If I now look at this one, for instance, it only has the same art style everywhere. It has all the same things as it always does. So it is not as problematic as it should be, which is a good thing. That's what I want to keep. I don't want to have all of this to be in the bloody damn nightmare for my own self. That would be a horrible, terrible idea. And with that, I should definitely get more. I would definitely need to invest into putting everything in the same art style, which I'm gonna be doing. It's just gonna be taking some little more time because, well, it does take some time to get everything up and running properly. Also, what I did with this one was actually that I did. Um, I did actually do the. Come on. There you go. Yeah. What I did with this one was actually did something very nice. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. That one I can use. Yes. So there you go. So what I did was, I believe this is the one. Yeah, that one. So what I did was actually remove the grass bits ground. So what I'm going to be doing after this is replace the yellow with a more finer kind of visual effect, which then creates the whole time feeling. So I'll show you, which I need to do anyway. So let's do this. So with this yellow, what we have, we can also get some more darker, which is good. And now we need to implement some more details towards this. So what you could have seen all the time is that the detail on the grass is that this grass lays down on the ground, and you can see that what I'm now doing is putting shading on it. And what I want to do with this is that I want to give this grass a feeling of blush and lushness in the sand of the river. So what I'm going to be doing is putting the float of the river in there, making it more feeling nicely. Of course, I could add more sand in this, which technically also works. But right now, I'm just putting the flow in it. And then once the flow is in there, it already feels a little more nicer. I learned this that it actually could be working like this from the speed drawing. One of the things that I realized with the speed drawing that I did yesterday, when I had like a very terrible voice, right now it's a little bit less hasty, and I can speak more because I have been shouting all night, and now I'm back. So allow me to pick it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is me pickiness? There it is. Oh wait. Open. Pick the PNG file. Thank you. So what I did with this was I ran out of time and I ran out of detail to use, so I went a little bit with too much blackness, which caused the bomb to be. If I would have not gone for black background, I would have saved my ass so much. So lighter drawings saves a lot of issues with drawing faster, because you then don't have to remove a lot of noise, which happens to be happening if you as me, I'm terrible at drawing in the lines. But yeah, the flow of the bubbles is actually the main thing I was talking about. So the flow of the bubbles is the thing that I want to focus a bit more about, and this feeling of grass being more like a desert sand, it does give a better feeling towards it. So as you now can see, if I now look at this, can see that this is already a little bit more nicer looking. It already feels more like a like a pond, like a little river, a little lake that fish troll into, and a stream that goes to the lake and then fills it up. So it already feels a little bit more like that. What we can do then with the sandy grass, we can also fill it up a little more lighter. So instead of the casual lighter drawing, we can also put some more lighter color in there, even though it's less light as the original one. We can add some more feeling towards it, and this will create a simplistic effect, a simplistic idea of it. Yeah, I never said I would go for a poster that is like heavily painted, because the printer I'm gonna be trying to use is a printer that doesn't like pixels. What are yours? Also, I do like to have some paintings, true, but those paintings will not be on the wall, and this painting will be on the wall, and therefore I want to make it long, big, sandy bit, so it needs to be, reflecting the wood, reflecting the other wall, the lemon wall, and therefore, having this kind of feeling towards it, it makes it far more better. So now we have this. This already feels like a proper grass, a proper sand. But when you have a sand that requires some sanding, you also want to have something like little rocks. So tiny little rocks, not like the big ones, but tiny little rocks. So you want to put some rocks in there as well, like this, and here a bit. So what I'm now going to be doing is putting some more rocks down. Of course, not everywhere, but just a bit. I do like to have some little rocks here and there. Nooks and crannies. Alright. Now just add in the idea of the rocks and then put it near the place where I want it to be. So rock 1. Now put a little more lighter color in it to reflect the top side. Always remember, when you try to draw tinier, you also supposed to be less. With the big ones, you go a little bit more bigger strokes, but with the tiny ones, you should technically go for tinier strokes to reflect that they are tinier than the big ones. It's one of those things I realized before, like, that's a problem. Yes, it's a problem because it can create a difference in perspective, which, hastily to say, it's annoying if it happens. There you go. Now we have this, which already gives it a more of a river-like appearance. Of course, I went with the art style that definitely did not went with a good depth view here. I made a mistake here, which is that I used the river as a reference. I also removed the waterfall and made it into the river, which is a little bit of an issue, but it should not be that much of an issue if I just add some more grass in it as well. So I should add some more grass in there, which not overlaps the other one. Now the question is, do I want the grass to be overlapping the other one, which I don't, but I don't think I have a choice in here on the matter. Yes, I don't have a choice. I need to put the grass on the top side. So this grass needs to be alone. This grass needs to be alone. This grass needs to be over the top of everything, because if I want to create the grass, which right now I did, I want to make sure that the grass is everywhere that I want to be. Yeah, and I should definitely reduce the size a bit. 20 is good enough, I believe. Yes, 20 is good enough. So I want to create grass that is thick, but also thin. Yes, there you go. Oh, no, come on, get back in there. There you go. Creating more grass actually gives a more feeling of a lush environment, which is quite the idea what I want to go for anyway. Just like that. And then I also can go for this. Alright. So now, if I correctly, I can now add in the darker colors as well. Come on, there you go. There you go. Now that's more like it. More lush environment than before. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Now that's more like it. Now we have grass actually done properly. So now we have already this. This is already way, way better. So if we now go here, select, what is it again? Copy. And then paste. Just like that. Now we need to erase the bits that I don't want. Now deselect. Deselect, please. I said deselect. Select all, deselect. Oh. Oh. Ah. Waiting for the image to operate complete. Yeah, this is my main problem. Oh, hello, Sammy. How are you doing? I'm waiting for some strokes to happen. Well, my program has a stroke, not me. Good to know that my program can't handle this. You can't handle this, aren't you, my friend? No, you can't. Alright, well, hold on. Cancel the operation and save. Can I cancel the operation? Waiting for the image to operate. Operation. Yes. Wall drawing. Save. Yes, I like to save. Because the freehand brush is the problem. Cancel. Stop it. No. Stop it. No. Stop it. 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 No. You still want to do the freehand brush thing. Fine. Save it. Save without waiting. Yes. Let's go for that. Yes, and then we're gonna open it. Oh my god. Alright, fine. Hold on. Can I open crit again? No, I can't. Alright. You having a glitch out, aren't you? Yes. You're making the whole PC hot, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, well. Uh-huh. So anyway, so yeah, that's the idea. I'm making a drawing for the wall painting, and to do so, by doing that, I will create I will try to create a kind of Eastern painting, that is quite suitable in the wall itself. So therefore, it should be fine. The main issue is that this is not fun. And I'm not even doing anything badly. I'm just copying one layer. Or did I copy a whole layer? No, I just copied only one layer. A selected bit of the layer even. So it's very strange that it actually crashes on me. I could try to do something very nice, like, close the program without waiting. I have no idea how badly that's gonna be going for me, but, I better do it. Fuck it. I give it all. I give it my all. So yeah, this is happening probably because I wrongfully wrongfully used the goddamn drawing here. But yeah, today I already have been working 3 hours on this, so it should be fine. Like 3 hours of work was, achieved already with the river and all the things I had. And now I'm just, getting the rest of it up and running. I will probably wasting only max 4 days on it. Sadly, that does take 4 days out of the moth project, which is a problem. But you cannot have, if you want to work in an environment where you don't have your own damn things. I should have known. I should have known. Went that back. It went way that back, and yeah, it did. All right, fine, fine, fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, um, allow me to show you what I'm gonna be doing here. So, let's go back here. Put another one down. So what I want to do is I'm gonna draw like I'm gonna draw this. Yeah, that. Yeah. I'm gonna draw a picture here like this. Then I'm gonna be making the image looking more. Then I'm gonna be using a stamp, which is gonna be probably this. This is a stamp, yeah. Something like that would work. So we don't want to have bubbles. No, we want not cracks. I believe we want this, right? No, no, no. We want cracks. Probably like this, right? Not those cracks. Those are too deep. Then I want to make sure that I have this like big. So like this. This is a crack, right? No, it's not. But it does make it fake, which is good. Makes it fake. Vague. Vague. Not fake. Vague. So I want to go for like this. This is going to be a painting like this. Boop, boop, boop. Then I also need to do a reverse because I want to go for this. I want to make a loop-de-loop right here needs to be. So this needs to be a little bit more vague. And you can already see the effect at hand. It's not yet there, of course. It's not yet there. It's clearly not in the right way of doing things. It's not yet everywhere that I want it to be. It's most likely, in the place that I don't want it to be. But yeah, it's the effect already gives it away. It's yes, it might not be the right original style of it. It doesn't matter. The whole damn thing eventually, goes away anyway. So this kind of effect I want, and then put it a little bit more or less on that side. So I actually want to just go for like maybe like this, and then I can just pick my color that I want to go for. Probably gonna go for something like non-flashy, so this one probably. And I'm gonna be going for this, and then brush up the size, and then you can see that this creates an effect that is actually quite likable, which is great. Gives the intensity. So if you since that you saw that the darker color actually gives a more feeling towards it, I would rather use the dark color more then, just because it gives more of a feeling towards the whole drawing. Even though that the lighter color should also work. But yeah, that's how it's gonna be going. You can already see it does have a lot of issues. The main issue that it has is that it has some problems with my PC cannot. Well, this program can handle. I think my PC can handle it, but I don't know. Should I blame the program? I should blame the program, probably, not a PC. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. The main issue is that, to try to achieve this, I do need to make sure that I do everything right. And to do so, I do need some stuffs, like little bits, nooks and crannies that I need to do. So for instance here, there are some... Oh yeah, forgot that. Oh, I even got some lines gone. Damn, that's annoying. All right, so a lot of lines are also gone. So now I should definitely do then some merging to fix the whole damn shenanigans. Yes, I should definitely see some fixing because I really can see that it is cracking apart. Ew. Alright. Where did that come from? Did that come from here? No, that didn't come from there. Where did it come from? Is it in here? No. Is it in here then? No. Here? No. Where did that stupid line come from? Tell me. Where did you put that line, boy? It's in there, yes. Where did you put it? Is it in here? No. 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 Big rock? No. Tiny rock? No. Or tree trunk, I mean. It's in here. Yes. Which one is it? Ah, the olive trees. Got it. Alright, so I need to merge this right now, otherwise I will get some issues later on. So merge it. Beep, beep, beep. Be gone. 7.5 gig. Damn. Alright, merge this. Because I also need to merge this. Ba-bam. Be gone. Also, now this is 1, 2. Now it's 6. So I should definitely do the river as well then. Merge the river. Boom. Now we have 1.7. Yes. Excellent. Great. No longer problems. Alright, so now I have merged it. Which means that every single time I do this, every single time I want to do any of this, I need to do it bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, crawling up, crawling up, crawling up. So the grass and the grass with, you know, all the stuff that needs to be drawn into it is going to be the last bit that I want to do. So right now I have this big chunky boy right here that is all the groups. So what I want to do now is group this again. And I want to draw some rocks here. Because, you know, it feels very empty. It feels very uninteresting to look at. It is quite a thorn in my eye, if I say so myself. So what I want to do is, you know, grab the Google thing that I want to do and draw a rock here. So I want to draw a rock right in front of it, not on the side. And you can see that this river needs to be actually in front of the other one. So in front of the river needs to be above this one. But this one needs to be above that. Very keen and very hard to be not notify, but yeah, this needs to be done. You can already see that if I drew one bit, you can already see that this whole shenanigans of 1 gig comes around. So even though I'm not doing anything but filling up the void that has been left behind by this big chunky boy, this whole rocky business needs to be done. So I want to create these rocks. I want to create some big mussy ground for it. And you can see already that, yeah, this bit right here needs to be removed to even make it properly. So first I want to make sure that since that is true, I need to remove this. And then, you know, find how much rock, how much barrenness do I want this to be. So I do want to have a rock right here. That's one rock. I do want to have a rock that is, you know, implementing that it is a buried thing. But I also want to have some tree parts sticking out. So it should be like this, and then, you know, running around. It also needs to be a little bit of that. So there's going to be a little bit of tree growing out over it. There's going to be a little bit more of a tree going over here. There you go. And then this should be the end result of it. This bit right here. So this is gonna be the thing. This is gonna be our rock. This is gonna be our rocky business. And now that we have the rocky business, we also need to make sure that we do everything by the book. So filter this up. Because, well, you know, we want to do like this, yes. We don't want to leave a lot of behind, especially when, especially since that, you know, a lot of this is lost if we don't do it correctly. And, you know, the more we do this, we need to remove a lot of, we need to, oh, nope. Nope, nope. We need to remove a lot of things later on. So there's going to be a lot of layer removal. Because I cannot have the luxury of, you know, putting lots of layers down because this is in a different color system. This is actually a printing color system, so it has the it has already calculated within the asset treatment of a poster, which is a very problematic thing. Which means it takes a lot of progress. If I would have drawn this in the original way of how to draw it in the first place, this should be like, what, 500 megabyte maximum? Probably. So yeah, it's a lot of things that you can see and how it works, but it's a very hard thing to master, especially if you come to the sudden realization that when you work with, when you try to make a poster for something like very simple as a poster for your missing kitten or something like that. You need to always make sure that you're using the right color system if you want to make it look pretty or something like that. Yeah. If you want to make it an art stage, I don't know. Missing kitties an art? Is that an art? No, probably not. Probably not. But yeah. This tree right now, decent looking, looks nice. It has now overlapping with the rocks. Now I also need to make sure that I have this part right here. Alright. There you go. Now that that's all finished, I can now add in the eraser tool bit to fix the bits up. And you notice that this all starts with blobs and then, you know, go onwards, which is quite funny to see that, you know, these types of art style, it requires a lot of thinking freely, but it doesn't, but it is not it is very limited. Like, if I would go for the thing that I'm working still on, which I cannot work on because I still need to finish the moth art, but I did work on it just to get a little bit of a heads up. No, this is the wall drawing folder, and this is the new one. Yes, come on, give me. Open. Thank you. So the one that I've been working on, whip, right here, it has a sketch, and then over the sketch there is a drawing. But as you can see here, for instance, the detail here, it's very hard, it's very great, but the PNG file right here, not even a scratch. And then when you look at the original file of it, it's even more scary. Looks pretty ouch. Art takes a lot of memory, though I thought it would. I guess you're that detailed one. Your detail you use a lot more memory for your PC. Yeah, that's the main problem. But this, for instance, this is the same amount of megabytes used than my drawing that I have been using. All right, but as you can see here, this one, this is the memory. It's blue. No need to worry about. No need to be problematic about. But this one is 1.8 gig, and this is what I got. All right, this bit, this is all I have. This is everything. And then you go back to here. It's like, excuse me, sir. Why is there so much detail, and yet it is the same size? That's where that's where the color system is different. If you look at the color system and you look at the info, can I see the document information? There you go. Document information. It's It's a credit document, of course. The author, there you go, me. But I want to create a new one. So right now I'm using the CMGK Alpha, which is the printer, which is a printer. It has chemical proof, so it is chemical proof. So when you treat the chemicals, so when you treat a poster with a chemical layer, it doesn't change color. All right. That explains why it is so heavily, because it needs to calculate every single time you put a pixel down. It needs to calculate, all right, what color is this supposed to be even if you use this color? So yeah, it's a very strange, different. It's a way different kind of approach. Well, if you would have used the very easy RGB alpha, you don't have to worry about that. Not at all. It's crazy. So yeah, this is way less, or well, way more detail, way more layers, and this is like basic as bitch layers, or a basic as bitch. One, one layer, two layers, and then in the groups there are two things. So one layer, two layers, three layers, four, five, if you calculate the background with you. But yeah, it's lots, it's a lot heavier. It doesn't mean it's bad. No, absolutely not. But it is very difficult to understand that, certain things like these little things can cause a lot of issues. But no worries, no worries. We will get there. Oh wait, I need to do first the heavy draw. I need to first do the dark color and then the heavy color. Sorry, I forgot. But no worries. There is no need to panic or whatever you can call panic in the first place. It's just that, the tree needs to be drawn in, the rocks need to be drawn in, and then after that, you can just call it a day. It just takes a lot more time, a lot more effort, more time needs to be done to get everything here calculated properly. But yeah, it's a bit of an experience, You wanted to create your own drawings for your house? Well, congratulations. You need to make sure that you're doing it the right way, the right things, the right direction. Of course, that's why I didn't also not went with a very difficult drawing. I just wanted to draw an environment for my housing. Because, it's nice to look at a drawing when you're sitting on your couch or whatever. And when you invite other people over. It's way more inviting than, blood on the wall with gore and everything. And yeah, nobody's gonna be. Well, some people like it, some people like that, but I don't like to watch big giant battles upon battles upon battles. Nah, I don't like that. It's not very inviting. It's too edgy. So yeah. So this tree right here needs to be having that lovely little sign. We're creating the rock. Don't worry about it. We're creating the same. We're doing the rock the same way as always. It's just more simplistic. It's more easy to understand. You're going for a lighter color, then you're going for a heavier color, and then once you have the lighter color set and you have the lines for the heavy color set, you can then draw the rock within it. And then once you have that done, you can also change up a little bit of the coloration of the colors that you use. And then the last bit you do is actually use a bit more of use the lighter color to create more of a lighting effect upon the tree or upon the rocks, which then creates the whole rock itself. It's not basic as knowledge, but it does. I'm working here with three colors. One color to represent a little bit more of the look upon it. So instead of having everything the same color and all the colors are the same in the palette, it does have some more brownish, which is just there to serve for the grass mod or filtration of the eye, so that you still see the rock instead of having this like what does this represent? I don't know. Ask the author. Yeah, no, don't ask the author. Just look at it and then you see the rock. Clear as fucking sky most of the time, but not everybody can do that. It's some people are special. Some people are special at looking things, and they are very specialized in looking things, and you're not supposed to bore them with that. But yeah, it's um, it's a lot of issues that can happen when you draw rocks. They not always get the right way of doing things, and by doing this, I have now the rock achievement. It's pretty. It's not pretty. It's definitely not pretty, but I do have the rocket achievement now. As you can see, rocks. There you go. Nothing to hide, nothing to see, just rocks. So now that we have the rock achievement and we have the light and dog, we now also need to achieve our little tree bit that needs to be also sprouting with joy and happiness upon it. So we need to also make sure that the tree is there. There you go, a tree. It's just there, A moment it was just appearing, and then suddenly, boom, there it is. You didn't ask for it, you didn't choose this, but there it is. It's a tree. It's pretty, looks nice. So yeah, and now we can add some more flowers to it as well. So we're gonna put some more flowers down. Because, we should definitely put some more flowers in. And why are we doing this? Of course, to create variety in drawing itself, it gives more of a feeling towards it. And once we then, know where everything sets, we then, remove. Then we're gonna be trying to get the river a bit more on our side by removing bits, nooks and crannies, by putting a filter down, probably. Filter is gonna be a pain in the ass to do though, but it would work. Now we need to get more darker red for the outside of the flowers. There you go. And now we can also add some more lovely little things like, yeah, like this. Yeah, like that. That's great. So let's see. We want a bit here, we want a bit there. Boom! Lovely little tiny flowers. All spent in the daytime. So now we have this. It's still 1.8 gig because the big size is the size of the file is based on the layers and on the amount of drawing you did. But also on the amount of on the color. If we now add a layer in it, which we need to do anyway, which we're gonna do anyway, we need to create the grass. Which is gonna be a pain to do if we don't have the water represented, because we want to create this water and we want to create this effect, which then, puts everything together. So, to make sure that we have everything corrected, which we stand on right here, we know now that there's gonna be here some erasing to do, which is true. We don't want we don't want this we want here, we want some grass, we want some bit grass over here, we want some grass over here, and then that's it. We also need to erase this bit right here from the border side, this bit right here, and that's why it's always very strange. If I would not have, well, I definitely need to do this. I need to redraw this bit of grass. I need to redraw. Then I need to put that back into the tree. So, and why do we need to do that? Otherwise, we are not going to be looking at the tree. Otherwise, we don't have this grass. So, we're going to pick this. We're going to nick pick this bit right here. Nick pick. Yeah, nick picking. Yeah, exactly. And we're going to copy the selected. We're going to copy this layer. I think that's how to do it, right? Yeah, we're going to copy this layer. We're going to copy it. First, we're going to save it. We're going to save it. Come on, save, please. Thank you. And then After that, we are gonna go up and paste it down. That's not how to work. Nope. That's not how I wanted to do it. Alright, so we want to copy it. Copy sharp. No, copy. Just copy it. Copy this bit. Is selected. And then place it down. Paste it at the cursor. Paste it. There you go. Now it's correctly done. So now we have this copied and we don't have anything else. We just have some bits of water there. Alright, then we're going to save it because we need to. And now we need to just erase the bits that we don't need. So, ooh, did I do an oopsie? Probably did an oopsie. Right, there you go. Now it's done. All right, now we need to make sure that this bit that is selected, and now we're gonna just erase the bits that we don't need. As you can see, whenever I do this, I can zoom in here to show you what I mean. As you can see, the program likes to, when I erase, the program has some time to catch up. This is the main problem that I have right now with this effect. This is always the problem that you're gonna have when you are using when you are, drawing heavily, or when the computer is not gonna be catching up to it too correctly. So you're gonna have a delay. Which is not a bad thing, don't worry about that, but it's a bad thing for me right now because, I'm working my ass off to get this whole thing done properly within a week. And I'm using the most basic ass shapes to create the idea of the drawing that I'm using. The main issue is that I don't have the time or the effort to do it fully, which then, causes the main issue to appear. Of course, we're trying our very best to represent the same art style. Which, of course, is the same as always. It's just like, we're now actually... It's like comparing a baby picture of your first basic landscape in color to a dude who has spent almost 2 years drawing something, and then, you're like, yeah, that's good enough. So, I'm already admitting that this is not my art style that I would prefer, but I am forced to do it anyway. Because, I like to see if I can do it. Well, I'm forced to do it anyway. There is literally no way of not doing it like this. Because otherwise I will hurt, otherwise I would stab my own self in the chest for not doing it. The main issue is that if I don't do it, a lot of things are gonna be falling down quickly. There you go. I think this will work. Yes, like this. Then I need to deselect. Boop, boop. Luckily for them, I have the idea of doing the things right. There you go. So yeah, the amount of stuff I had to do if I wanted to do this, I won't be able to enjoy my room. Because, it's a living room and, well, this poster is going to be probably lasting like probably a week, 2 weeks, a year, 2 years. But it is going to be looking pretty enough to, and make people enjoy the room. Yes. Ah, cheese. Alright, cheese indeed. Cheese, cheese, cheese. What the hell is cheese? Cheese needs to be there. Alright, so we have now the merge of the tree. We have this, and now we need to move this backwards. Alright, now we have this. We have now everything that we need, and we can now move onwards from here. And we don't need this layer, because we can just draw on this layer. All right. Now we need the water again, because we need to look at it. Ah, yes. Of course, you're gonna load in this thing, even though I removed it. You piece of shit. Thank you. I don't know if that happened like before, but yes, it's annoying as sin. It's annoying as sin that the game and that my PC is actually doing the problem. We need that. We need this. All right. So now we know where it's gonna go. So this water is gonna be like this. Tree bit right here is done. Now we need to put more grass right here. Put some grass right there. Put some grass right there, and then, move to here and put the grass right over there. And then we can put in the sand again, which then, implements everything. Bloody, 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 blue. All right. So, oh, it's already time, isn't it? Yep, it's already time. All right. Yeah. So 4 hours of work in one day, and well, I think I got pretty far already. It's just a little bit more grass that needs to be fixed, and after that, I probably, need to do some more, background effects, and then I only need to do some aging effect on the drawing itself to make it look a little more authentic, and then put it into a frame, which is, the same way of the other ones. So yeah, I hope you'll have enjoyed for today. Sorry about the sudden interruption of the moth project, but yeah, this needs to be done way earlier than the moth right now. It's like this needs to be done in a week, and moth I will try to do my very best to get it done, but that happens when you move out, and then suddenly a lot of things come at you, and you're like, wow. All right, I didn't know that it existed, and I am now in a different planning. So, to make sure that making sure that all the walls don't collapse upon myself, I need to make sure that I have my safety net online already, and that's why I did this calculation right now, and that's why I need to do it right now. I think in like 4 weeks, everything will go back to normal, so this will no longer be a thing, just me just doing the Morphawk, finishing the Morphawk, doing the Magical Girl story, working on the drawings for the Magical Girl story, and then probably another Draw Fest is going to be coming up in Christmas. So, yeah, I hope you'll have enjoyed for today, and probably also some live stream drawings. Yeah, forgot about that. So I hope you all have enjoyed for today, and thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, I wish you a lovely day, and bye!